Hi guys, welcome to Simply Scuba. Here we have the Scubapro Zoom Evo combo set. So this is a mask and snorkel set. This is very much sort of scuba diving grade sort of mask and snorkel, so it's really top-notch kit. As you can see, it comes in a neat little bag. The bag itself has all these kind of mesh sections, which means that after your sort of snorkeling adventure, you can stow it all away and it's going to sort of air dry and drip dry sort of naturally and keep it all together and neat. So double zipper opening. I think we've had enough to look at the bag. We're going to look at the mask and snorkel because that's the interesting bit. So the Zoom Evo mask, very smart little mask. The main benefit of this is that you can actually remove this frame and you can remove these lenses and then replace them with prescription lenses from the Tusa sort of Seos mask. So that's very handy if you want to go snorkeling but you need prescription lenses. You can fit corrective lenses to this mask. So these are tempered glass lenses, so very strong and very reliable. The skirt itself is made out of silicone, which is nice and soft and comfortable and gentle against your skin. But what makes this sort of mask different from most other snorkeling masks is in this mask strap. So the first one is that it's attached with a nice sort of hinge on that. So that means that mask strap can fit wherever you want on the back of your head. If you push on this little button here, you can disconnect it, which is very handy and very quick, especially if you want to replace that strap if this one ever breaks or sort of wears out. But the strap itself is very different from a traditional mask strap. So usually they're made out of the same silicone as the skirt, but this is made out of a elastic fabric, which means it's much more comfortable, it's really easy to get on, and it's not going to tangle up with your hair, especially in the buckles, because this doesn't have any buckles on either side. So you adjust it by sort of moving this section here, sort of tightening it and loosening it. But on the inside, you do have this sort of grippy detailing, and this is just going to sort of hold it on the back of your head and stop it from moving around, but it's not going to tug on your hair and be uncomfortable. It also has a Snorkel Keep, which is made out of the same sort of elastic material. So that stays on the left-hand side. You basically push your snorkel through that and it holds it in position exactly where you want it to. On the inside, so we have a double skirt seal. So instead of a single point of contact, just creating a seal around your face, we have a second one on the inside, and those two work together to create a really wide sealing area all the way around your face, and that really sort of spreads the pressure so it's nice and gentle on your face. It traps the air inside and keeps the water out, so very comfortable and very effective. So that's the mask. Moving on to the snorkel, this is the Spectra snorkel. So the Spectra has a one-way valve down at the bottom that's going to help keep water out. But if we start at the top of the snorkel, here we have a wave deflector. So this works in that if a wave would sort of naturally splash over it, it's going to be deflected away from the opening instead of going into the opening. If you submerge, of course, it will start to fill up with water, but that's what the lower purge valve is for. If some water does make its way into the snorkel, you can see we have this big open section below the mouthpiece, and this is a water trap. So when the water comes in, it's going to sit down in here at the lowest point, so you can still breathe past it. There's still a clear airway to get past it, even if there is a small amount of water in there. If there is water in there, every time you exhale, there's a one-way purge valve that's just going to push it out of the bottom. So that way it's going to replace it with fresh air. So any water that comes in is naturally going to go out of the bottom instead of into the mouthpiece. So the snorkel tube itself is oval, so it's nice and hydrodynamic. It sticks nice and close to your head. You do have a snorkel keep attached onto it, but you can remove this, and this sort of little section is quite handy. This is going to thread over the mask strap, but you can leave it attached onto your mask, so that way you can store them separately, so they fit in the bag a little bit easier. Lower down from that, we have a corrugated silicone section. So this just means that mouthpiece kind of fits exactly where you want it to, sort of down on your mouth. so you're not going to get jaw fatigue. It's going to be nice and comfortable, and whenever you're not using it, mainly for the scuba divers, it's just going to drop away from your mouth and give you a little bit more space. So all in all, a very smart little sort of combination. I definitely like it, especially if you require corrective lenses. It's definitely a snorkeling set worth looking at. This is the Scubapro Zoom Evo combo set. Thanks for watching and safe diving. We are an online dive store serving the UK and the world for all your diving equipment needs. So why not visit us at simplyscuba.com or click the box on your screen.